Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Hump Day edition of the morning show. This is Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
I believe. And, of course, Jennifer here to start off your morning with our good friends from Buckeye Furnace, Friends of Buckeye Furnace. There you go. And we are going to talk about some really cool things that are going to go on Saturday, some events. You have a big day Saturday coming up.
Yes, we do.
Yes. Huge. All right. Well, first off, could you introduce yourselves? Tell our viewers who you are.
I'm Kathy Garvey.
And I'm Jan McKibben.
No Dracula today?
No Dracula today.
Okay.
That's only for Halloween.
Oh, I see.
You do remember that, huh?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay.
She's scary.
I can be, yes.
I don't think so. She's sweet. But no, you guys have so Friends of Buckeye Furnace doing a big event out at the at Buckeye Furnace this coming weekend. Well, first off, and we'll get to the event, but could you tell us a little bit about what the Friends of Buckeye Furnace is?
Okay, it's a support group for Buckeye Furnace. Buckeye Furnace is a member of the Ohio History Connections family of historic sites. And
there it is.
Yeah, we enjoy keeping the site open. Our museum is open on weekends from the 1st of May through the end of October, from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, noon to 4 o'clock. And we will stay after 4 if we've got a crowd of people.
Sure, absolutely. And, and there's the store there.
Yeah, there's the store.
On the thing.
Yeah.
So Buckeye Furnace, there were many furnaces here, and I've never seen that picture before. That's a good one.
Aerial of the whole operation there. That's the charging shed and the casting shed and the engine house.
Good job, James. I've never seen that one before. Yeah. So Buckeye Furnace, there were many furnaces here in our area, but it's one that actually has been preserved.
Yes,
and
it
restored.
Was reconstructed. It's one of only 3 reconstructed charcoal iron furnaces in the country.
Yeah. Right here in Jackson, Ohio.
Right here in Jackson, Ohio. It's there's one in Massachusetts, one in Pennsylvania, and ours.
Wow. I didn't realize there were only 3. Mm-hmm. I knew it was kind of a rarity, but I didn't realize there was only...
Yeah, there are other types of furnaces, but charcoal iron furnaces, there are only 3.
And while you're here, and in case people don't know... could you explain a little bit about how that whole process worked?
Sure. If you ever go to a stack, you will notice that they're always put back against a hillside because they needed access at the bottom and the top. At the top of the furnace is where they dropped in the burden every 30 minutes, which the burden consisted of so many 100 pounds of iron ore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. So many pounds of iron ore, so many pounds of limestone, and so many pounds of charcoal.
Okay.
And that was referred to as the burden, and it was dropped every 30 minutes.
Down into the
furnace where
stack.
It melted, and the limestone, being a flux lighter, floated up through the iron ore, pulled off the impurities. It tapped out on the right-hand side and as slag.
Okay.
Which was a waste product.
Yes.
The iron was tapped out on the other side, and they had a pattern in the sandy bottom there that came out. And the pattern, they said, looked like a mama pig feeding her babies. And so that is how it got the name pig iron.
Nuh-uh. I never did know why it was called pig iron.
Yeah. That's
how
why.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. And we had, those furnaces right here in town, actually, as well. Several. And, of course, none of them are around anymore. But so, yeah, that's kind of like one of the boons to our area. was, and it was because I guess we had the natural resources for
Right,
that.
exactly. The iron ore that was found in the Hanging Rock region, which ran from just above Logan, Ohio, down to the northernmost part of Kentucky, there was tons of furnaces in there. But the iron ore found in that area at that time period was the best in the country.
Isn't that wild? So that's why we were so prominent back then.
Right. And our particular furnace, Buckeye furnace, was a medium-sized furnace. And so it produced about 12 tons of iron ore a day.
Sounds like a lot.
It was a lot of work because
Yeah.
it was constantly ongoing, and a blast lasted 9 months out of the year. And then the other 3 months they spent relining the furnace, making repairs, getting stuff in. And I think also probably in the wintertime it would have been difficult to get the temperature up
Sure.
high enough to,
Yeah.
to efficiently do it.
That makes total sense. So then they took those months to do what they needed to do to get started back in the spring again.
Right.
Yeah, very good. All right. Well, so there's your little Buckeye furnace history. And when was it restored?
It was restored in the early 70s.
Okay.
Our local boy, Governor Rhodes.
Yes.
Yes, he shook the money tree for us.
That's wonderful. Hey, and created one of 3 restored furnaces in
Right.
the country. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
If you think
It
about
is
it.
very cool.
I wonder why Buckeye Furnace was the one chosen to restore. Was it in the best shape, in the best location? What?
Well, the stack was original. All the buildings had to be reconstructed. There were some foundations, and we're still finding some foundations today of cabins and things. But,
Yeah, because people lived there and worked.
Right.
Yeah.
But the site had actually been donated to the State Historical and Archaeological Society in the 1930s, and nothing had ever been done with it.
Aha. So just kind of sat there and deteriorated.
Right.
But then Governor Rhodes stepped in and said, hey, let's do something with this thing.
Right,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah,
He did a lot of good.
he did a lot of good.
Yeah. Little boy from Colton does good. Love that. All right. So, well, let's jump to this weekend. So, Kathy, could you tell us a little bit about your involvement?
My involvement is the children's area.
Yes, this is a family event.
Yes. And if the children are happy, the parents are happy.
Yes. Right.
So we keep them occupied with kids' games, contests. We have a Little Miss Mr. contest. And that's my favorite part. But everything is free with the children. You don't have to pay for anything, and the adults. But my area will cover all the children's games, which is the pumpkin chunkin contest, which is just a beanbag, and they throw it on a wooden pumpkin that's numbered. We have prizes. They
Yes.
all win prizes.
Okay.
So, but the contest is where you will win trophies is the hog calling
Mhm.
for the kids, the Little Miss Mister,
Pie eating.
the pie eating contest, and
Oh, I don't know. All the
I
little.
think that's it.
Yeah, all the
But
little ones that enter the Little Mr. Little Miss also get a
gets a
medal.
participation
Oh,
medal.
cool. Okay.
And these are the little sashes.
They are so precious. Oh my gosh.
These are the little sashes.
Look how cute.
And
A little mister and a little miss.
Yeah, little.
and on the pendant here, of course, they were made by Tammy, and it's slag from Buckeye Furnace.
Isn't that cool?
Slight correction there.
I'm sorry.
We're not allowed to use
Yes.
slag from the site. We walked up the road about a half a mile and got the slag.
So
We will not
legitimately,
be there to arrest you for stealing, things from a state.
Well, it's a nature preserve,
It's a
so
nature
we're not
preserve,
supposed.
So we have
we-
to walk a pretty good distance.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't dig a hole out there without an archaeologist
No.
from Columbus
Yeah,
down.
We
heard.
can't do that.
Understood. So, yeah, you got to behave out there a little bit.
Absolutely.
I mean, as much as these girls can behave.
That's kind of difficult, but we try to contain ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about the Little Miss and Mister for a minute.
Okay.
How do you enter? What do the children need to do during the contest?
During the contest, I wrote all that down because I changed it up a little bit this year. First of all, dress country.
Dress country. Okay.
Yep. Ripped jeans, cowboy hats, however you would prefer for them to come.
Gotcha.
They will be, let's see, it will be based on appearance, articulate, and the personality and poise talent.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed it up a little bit because last year the things were just a little bit too easy. So we made it a little
We need to make
longer.
this more competitive.
Yes, a little bit more competitive.
Gotcha.
But that's what it consists of. We have 5 or 6.
6 age groups.
Yes.
Oh,
Excuse
okay.
me.
So there'll be 6
Six.
little Mr. and Mrs.
And Mrs.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
And these are the little trophies for the Little Miss Mr. contest, which are
So
absolutely
cute.
adorable.
They are.
And we didn't grab a medal. And plus their sashes. But we have had some good sponsors this year and in the past
yeah.
that helps us get through this. So it's a process, a
We
long process.
owe it all to our sponsors.
Yes, we do.
And our vendors.
Yeah, we sure do.
Well, very good. And speaking of vendors, okay, so first off, do you all have like a Facebook page or something that people can go and get all the information if they can't remember what it is that we talk about today?
We don't exactly have a Facebook page at this time. We do
Okay.
have a website,
okay.
buckeyefurnace.org.
BuckeyeFurnace.org.
And
okay.
then our site caretaker, Tammy Mash, also has a page that has like 4,000 followers that always posts stuff from Buckeye Furnace.
Okay, very good. So there's information out there. if you
There's
need to-
information out there, and you can always just drive by the house and knock on the front door. I live in the Iron Master's house.
There you go. Well, you just really did it.
We have people stopping all the time when it's not open, when we're mowing. And we go open up for them. It's fine.
That's fine. You're used to it.
Yep.
That's kind of the point of being out there is you want people to see it and experience it. So why not?
We want people out there when they're there. You know, some people have to come during the week, and we understand that. We have people who call and schedule groups.
Sure.
We have our local president of Buckeye Furnace, Friends of Buckeye Furnace, Jim Meacham, who is a retired geologist, and he loves to do tours.
There you go. So if you have a group or anything, just get a hold of them and they'll make that happen for you as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, okay. The Fall Festival is this coming Saturday at Buckeye Furnace. Number one, how in the heck do people get to you?
Well, if you can find your way to the exit for Wellston, instead of turning left to go into Wellston, turn right and go to Berlin Crossroads. It's a simple 4-way stop. It's the first place you'll stop on that route.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn left on the 124,
Mm-hmm.
you'll go somewhere between 7-8 miles, and you'll see us. You'll cross a little bridge, and immediately there will be a right-hand turn that says Buckeye Furnace on it. Have the big brown sign.
Okay.
You
There's
turn-
a sign.
Yeah, you turn right, and it's 3 miles out. There's a blue sign that says Buckeye Furnace. You turn right at that sign, and you're there.
Is there an address that people can put in their GPS? Does
Yes.
that work?
Well, it works for some people and doesn't for others.
I
but
know.
that's 123 Buckeye Park Road, Wellston, Ohio.
Okay. 123 Buckeye Park Road.
Yes.
Okay. And if you can't remember that, just Google it and you'll find it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So that's how you get there because it is a little bit out there.
Yes.
If
Right.
you haven't been, you're like, where am I?
Well, and if you get on the website, there's a page there where you can get directions.
Okay, very good. So there, and that's buckeyefurnace.org once again. Okay, so this coming Saturday, you're starting the festivities at 10.
Yes.
Okay, and what can people experience during the day? And again, this is family oriented.
Family. Well, right off the bat, we'll be starting with Girl Scouts leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Love that.
And then
If I can remember it.
Yeah, and then
It's been a few years.
our local boy, Andy Milliken, he starts off the music at 10 o'clock. And I believe he has a friend of his from Kentucky, Johnny, who has been out to the site before. They're a good couple of guys. Play very well. Andy does a lot of original material, which is really nice to listen to. And then at 11 o'clock, the contests start.
Okay, and you guys have some really fun stuff that you're doing on Saturday.
The Little Mr. Little Miss contest starts at 11.
Okay, so be there early for that.
And then also at 11 o'clock in the area where we normally have the Chinese auction is the pie and cake baking contest. Now, so far this year, we have no pies entered, but we have a lot of cakes entered.
Okay.
So
someone judges that?
Yep. There'll be first, second, and third place ribbons for the winners.
James and I will volunteer for judges if you need them.
Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of cake. Looks like we've got quite a few entries for that this year.
That's good.
Yeah. Let's see. At 11. Okay, 12 o'clock, Red Brush starts. Our music group is Red Brush.
Wow.
They're going to be playing most of the day. Now, they'll probably, when they take a break, somewhere around 2 o'clock, that's when the big contests start. The pie eating contest for grown-ups and the pie eating contest for kids. Okay, and let's see, pie eating. There's the pie eating trophy.
Yes.
Okay.
And so how does this work? Is it who eats the most? Is it who eats it the fastest?
Who eats the whole thing and gets done first?
A whole pie?
A whole pie.
James, are you in?
Well, Matt McKee just won that wing eating contest. So.
That's true. He could be our representative.
Yeah. We'll give you a trash bag that you can put on over your clothes.
Okay, that's good.
That's not what I thought the bag was going to be for.
I know.
Well,
it could be multi-use.
I'm knocking on wood here. So far, that hasn't happened. Okay, and for the kids, we don't give the kids a great big pie. We give them the small pies because we do not want them to get sick or anything.
Yeah,
we don't care about messes. We just don't want them to get sick.
Well, that would be a mess.
That would be a big mess. Yes,
yeah.
But if they get pie on them, we'll give them a wipe to clean up.
The more, the merrier.
Yeah. So, and that's fun. I mean, the kids get into it. The grown-ups get into it. Then we do the hog calling. I hear you're a really good hog caller. The guys in the radio station up there told me that Jennifer is the best hog caller in the county.
They did they?
Yeah, they did.
Did they also tell you I'm only the horse queen? I do not call hogs.
You're not the hog queen?
I'm not the hog queen. I'm the horse queen.
The horse
They
queen.
are mistaken.
The horse queen.
Yeah.
I bet you could call hogs. Give it a try.
Okay. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Here, piggy, 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 piggy. Did I do good?
You did great.
Woo!
You did great.
Thanks.
Here's your trophy.
Trophy. You guys are so nice.
Oh my
hail the
gosh.
hog queen.
I will cherish it forever. That's not really how you call a hog, but I don't know.
It's
really
more
how.
like suey.
Yeah. I wonder why that noise is supposed to like. I wonder where that came from.
I'm not sure. I'm sure it came from some of our immigrants that came over, from other countries. I have really no idea where suey came from. Although some of them don't use that. They do different different calls.
Piggy.
Well, not exactly that way, but so we have a few guys we have to watch. But but it's a fun contest. We did that.
That is awesome, though.
Yeah. And then this year, a first timer. Here we go.
This is
men's
good.
beard contest.
Yes. All you men with those fancy beards that you spend all the money and time on, get on out to Buckeye Furnace and show that sucker off.
That's right, guys. We're going to have 4 prizes. We're going to start off with the longest beard, which we will measure from the point of your chin to the end of your beard.
Oh.
Also, no fake beards are allowed. It has to be a natural beard. Okay, so there's no slipping in.
I'm going to interrupt real quick.
Okay, well, then you could enter the neatest beard.
The origin of suey is Latin for the family of which pigs belong to. So that's where it comes from.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Now we know. We not only know about pig iron, but we know about suey.
About suey. Interesting. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, James. See, he's as full of it as we are.
Now back to the beards.
Now back
Back
to the beards.
Okay, so we have the longest,
beard from your chin to
the end of the beard.
Okay.
We'll measure. And then, so that one is going to be, that's going to be obvious who the winner is going to be there. Now, the next one is the Neatest beard contest.
Oh, so this can be subjective.
This is going to be chosen by the audience.
Oh.
Okay.
So you better be kissing up to the audience.
Okay. And then the next one is the beard that is most like Santa Claus.
Oh, that's precious.
So that's 3. Now, you win one of these categories, you're out of the next one. But then we put them back into the mix and we do best of show. And the audience will pick that also.
Oh. So just the king beard of Buckeye Furnace.
King beard of the fall festival.
I love it.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
we decided on that kind of late, so we don't have a trophy for that this year, but we're going to get some beard care natural products to
Love
give out to
that.
the guys.
Very good. Yes. And, that's just a lot of fun. And there's a lot of beards out there now. So shouldn't be too hard to find entries.
Yeah. It's a fun thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I don't know when these beards came into vogue, but it's just like all of a sudden they just,
Yeah. Everybody's got a beard.
I used to hate facial hair, and then my husband grew a beard, and now I think it's super good. And now I look back at pictures where he doesn't have one, and I'm like, oh, you look like a girl.
Okay.
It's so funny. It's just so to see them all baby faced. It's so weird now because everybody has beards. So yeah. So there you go, guys. Come on out, participate. That's going to be a good one, and you can win some fun stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So beard contest. Now, is that the end of the contest?
That's pretty much the end of the contest at that point.
Skillet casting contest.
Oh, wait. I
yeah, this is a big
the
one.
The women's contest. Yes, we can't forget that one. Yes, the skillet throwing contest. You want to do that one?
Yeah.
We have a 6.5 foot wooden man. That is.
Oh, it's not a real man?
No.
Why?
Because it's illegal.
It's a liability issue.
Yeah, it's a liability issue. Our insurance company said no.
Good grief. They are no fun.
I know.
All right. So wooden man.
A 6-inch skillet that you throw at the man. And depending on where you hit the man, is your points.
This is great.
So, all of this is added up, and then the ones with the highest points win.
So you get so many throws or something?
Yes,
Right,
so you get so many throws. And your prize will be a set of cast iron skillets.
Yes. This poor man.
Yes. We are due here soon to replace him.
I think this year is his last.
Down.
Yeah.
I think he's missing a finger.
Well, I tell you, the first year that we did it, Deanna Stroff painted him up.
Yes.
And he looked really nice.
Really nice.
She had a wonderful, terrified look on his face.
Yeah, and he was super handsome.
Yeah, and everything. Well, at the end of the contest, he looked so bad. So dented up, so scratched up with that horrified look on his face. We used him on the haunted trail.
It's all about the abuse of the man.
Yeah, but I think this year, this is going to be the guy's last year. We're going to retire him and have a new one for next year.
We'll have a new man next year. He's outgrown it.
Yeah. He's kind of ready for retirement.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you can only get beat up so many times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Especially with a 6-inch cast iron skillet.
That's so fun. And then did I hear you guys mention something about a tire throwing or something?
Yes, that's something new this year we've added to the kids section.
Okay.
There will be a tire put up, and they will have 3 tries to throw a football through a tire.
Oh, I thought I heard you say throw the tire. I was like, that would be really hard.
Oh, yeah.
That might be something we add for the men maybe
Next year. Yeah.
But they'll get so many tries to throw the football through the tire.
Okay.
And however many points they score, the highest score will win.
Okay.
And they will win a prize as well for that.
Cool. So that's yet another kid thing to keep them occupied.
Well, we try to keep a lot of things going. Also, are you going to do the sack races this year?
I will have sack races out there, but it's for the ones that they have, exhausted all the games, little bored, what have you. I will have sack. I got the
we have
potato
the sacks.
bags. Out there for them to race each other.
Okay.
And I'll have cones up to where they can make it a race.
Okay.
So
Very
it's just
cool.
something that they're going to go to if they've exhausted everything and their parents are like, go do something.
And it will help them exhaust some energy as well.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
We try to keep them. We try to keep them busy with movement.
Yes.
Sounds good. Absolutely. Now, you all have a ton of vendors as well. So you're thinking, why do I go out there? Like, what is there other than, some entertainment and whatever? Well, there is a ton of vendors. You have food too, don't you?
Yes, we have food vendors also this year for the first time.
That's amazing.
Real food vendors. We're not doing it ourselves.
That's all right.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Well, it helps because we're a small group, and it really helps us be able to manage the festival better.
Yes, absolutely.
And we've been blessed with some food vendors. We've got let's see, the lemonade lady's coming.
Yes.
I believe that's CNS vending. CNS vending.
Like it.
And her husband's also coming out doing hamburgers and hot dogs. And
Sounds
we
good.
have a new one this year, Simmons. Simmons Concessions. They're going to be doing Philly steak sandwiches and fries and stuff like that. And vending. And then Granny Janie's kettle corn's going to be there.
Okay.
All
kind of stuff.
Yeah, I can punch my own business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Granny Janie's kettle corn's going to be there.
Go get it.
Everybody loves kettle corn.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, so and I believe that's pretty much our food vendors for the year. Let me make sure I didn't leave anybody out. CNS Concessions. Oh, wait. Almost forgot.
Oh, no.
Historical Society members, Chip and Kathy Smalley, they faithfully come out every year and cook a big pot of beans on the open fire.
Nice.
It's beans and cornbread. And so that's available. Basically, we just want everybody to know that you don't have to spend a cent unless you want to.
And that's the cool thing. I mean, you can have family fun. You can come out. The kids can play games. You can enter these contests. You can do all of that. And unless you choose to buy something, you don't have to spend anything.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly. And that's the way we like it because, it's good for the site. It's good for the community. Plus, we get people from all over the state that are planning on coming. So that's really cool.
That's right. So you also have tons of vendors that make things, right?
Yes. Tons of crafters. Thanks to Tammy Mash. She works very hard. She's our vendor lady.
Mm-hmm.
But we have over 60 vendors this year, which is a lot of vendors.
There's a ton of vendors.
There's a ton of vendors. And we have people who are selling jams, jellies, pickles, salsa, that kind of stuff. We have people who are selling, what do they call it? Repurposed things and refurbished things.
Okay.
We also have,
Primitive things.
Yeah, primitive things. We have a guy who makes primitive bows and arrows who's going to be there. A guy who does knives, who makes knives, he's going to be there.
Cool.
We have a lady who does stained glass. She's going to be there, possibly doing a demonstration. And we also have another lady who's a potter who's going to be there.
Wow.
And hopefully we'll be doing some demonstrating there also.
Okay, so a whole lot of variety.
There's a lot of variety.
vendors.
If you can't find it there, then it's not in Southeastern Ohio.
That's so good. And, I love those festivals too, where, you have those local vendors that come in and showcase. I mean, we have so much talent in our area.
We have a lot.
And it's just nice to be able to see all of that stuff in one location.
Exactly. And that's one of the things we're doing with our gift shop at the museum.
You are.
Yeah,
and you guys brought a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to get local produced items whenever we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some toys for kids that are kind of cool. A gentleman over in Chillicothe Harold Hollingshead. He makes these toys for us.
These are so fun.
Yeah, they're old-fashioned toys. And we make them up mostly to demonstrate because back in the day, Mom and Dad made all your toys. So we get a lot of kids. It's amazing how many little engineers we have because especially a lot of little boys, a couple little girl engineers too, have come out. And they look to see how they're made.
Sure.
And they'll buy one to go home and try to make one.
And make it themselves.
Yeah, make it themselves. Yeah, so that's cool.
Awesome.
That's really good. And there's the little acrobatic bear. Of course, the classic ball and cup, which I'm terrible at. So you try to catch the ball in the cup.
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice.
All right, I got to try
I'm
it.
not good at it either.
I'm going to do this. Oh, gosh.
That was close.
Whoa.
I heard
Flinging
it click.
around.
Oh, she's hitting the handle.
I'm hitting things. Oh. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it just takes practice. It's like getting balance. Once you get it, you can do it a lot.
Forget it. Stupid toy.
Don't pout. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
This is a puzzle that he makes. It's just really cool. And you have to figure out how to manipulate the string to get the little wooden ring off of it without taking these off.
What?
Yeah, you can do it. And then I'll tell you what, it's harder to try to put it back this way. But, we get a lot of kids that love these. A lot of parents who love these. That's the more difficult one. We have one that's a slightly simpler. For the moms and stuff, we have our Buckeye furnace bread and bun warmers, which are nice. You set those in the oven, then put them in your bread basket for dinner and stuff. Keep your bread warm.
I never even heard of such a thing.
Yeah, they're very nice, and it's all Buckeye
And
furnace.
it says Buckeye Furnace, Jackson County, Ohio on it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but so you just put this in the oven and it warms up,
It warms up, and then you put it in your bread box.
Brilliant.
A lot of people, if you cook like my mom does, you just have to set it on top of the oven, and it'll get warm enough. Yeah,
you're
because
right.
she's got stuff going all the time.
That's right.
Okay.
Very cool. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. We also
What a great
have
gift.
some stuff for the rock folks. Now, these are hand-napped Flint spear heads.
Okay.
So, a lot of people like those. We have hand-carved soapstone. There's a nice little turtle.
He's a little turtle.
Mm-hmm.
So cute.
Yeah, and very detailed.
Yes.
And we have an eagle.
Ooh.
Oh, that's something I want to talk about real quick, too. We have an eagle out.
I was going to say, I had heard that.
Yes.
I think when Ted Witham was in, he had mentioned that.
Yes, we do have an eagle. And the other day, I'm the first one to see it that I know of. I saw a young eagle. Its head hadn't turned white yet.
Oh.
But it was definitely an eagle. It was really cool. I'm happy to see him coming around out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Very fun.
For all you rock hounds out there, we have geode and stones and agate slices. They're very pretty and neat.
And you didn't dig those up out there either,
No,
right?
didn't dig those up out there. Absolutely
Just in
not.
case anyone wants to run their mouth.
No. And agate is composed of microscopically small crystals of quartz. It is deposited layer by layer in cavities in ancient lava flows. The beautiful banded patterns occur because different impurities are present as successive layers are deposited. Agate is quite hard, and diamond tools are often used to cut and polish it. Mm-hmm. So a little history about the agate slices.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now, here you go. This is something you could use. I'm going to give you one of these. This is called a worry stone. Have you heard of worry stones?
No.
Okay.
Is it going to help with worry or?
People carry these in their pockets. It's got a divot in it for your thumb.
Okay.
You can either put your hand in your pocket or you can hold it and just rub it when you're stressed, and it'll help you relieve the stress.
Shush.
Yeah. That's what it says, the worry stone.
I love that.
They're carved from onyx, mined from extensive surface deposits in Mexico. Legend says that
I need to.
Legend says that by rubbing the stone with your thumb, it is possible to rub your worries away. Gently stroking the shallow depression in the stone reduces stress, and once your worries are all gone, the stone makes a fine spoon rest.
For a baby spoon.
Yeah, really.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a security blanket.
Yeah, we have all
you know?
different sizes, shapes, colors.
That's awesome.
So they're very cool.
Very good.
And we don't want to forget our Buckeye Furnace souvenirs that we've got now.
Yes.
Yeah. We have our Buckeye Furnace coin. Here it is. This is a gift for you also, Jennifer.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You know, on the front, it has the colored picture of the furnace, and on the back, it has engraving from the Friends of Buckeye Furnace.
Where the past has been reborn.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yep. And we also have this year Buckeye Furnace magnets, which this is a composite material, but it is ground. Okay, forgot the word. Granite. Ground granite.
Okay.
Mixed with an epoxy to make our magnet.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so it's kind of cool. And then we also have
Magnet. Everybody needs magnets.
our Buckeye Furnace buck knife. And this is
nice.
Yeah, they are nice. And it says on the one side it has a picture of the stack, Buckeye Furnace 1852 to 1894, and on the other side it says Friends of Buckeye Furnace. Don't cut yourself.
I'll try not to. Oh, I love this.
So we have those souvenirs out there available to the public now. So that's been a lot of fun getting those designed and done.
Nice.
It
You have
has
to
a
squeeze
lock on
that
it.
to.
It has a lock on it. Push.
I'll tell you what, I'll just give
Let
back
me
to
do
you.
it. Yeah,
They don't let me play with knives anywhere.
yeah, I can understand.
Not at home,
I'm not allowed
here.
to have sharp objects either,
Yeah.
so it's fine. Okay, and let's see. Oh, we got to do our croaker band. We have frogs, toads, whatever you want to call them, right
They're
here.
so cute.
And we got a little band going here. We all have a different size, so it'll make a different tone. You brush from the back, you hold the stick loosely.
Aren't they fun?
Okay, and those are available in our gift shop also.
Yours is so higher pitched, right?
Yeah, it's lower. It all has to do with the hollowed out cavity inside.
So fun.
Almost got my finger stuck in it.
It's like Chinese handcuffs
Yeah.
at the same time, right? Those ones
Yeah.
that you get your finger stuck in. Yeah, don't stick your finger in the hole.
Yeah.
Bad things will happen.
That could be, yes. Okay, and in our, we also do some books out there. We have this book that Mike and Deanna Stroff did for us.
They
this
did,
year.
yes.
It's very nice. It's Let's Visit Buckeye Furnace with Sean. It's a kids-based book, but it talks all about Buckeye Furnace. Deanna did the illustrations,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very neat little book that's for sale out in our gift shop. Her and Mike did a wonderful job with it.
Well, and it's really cool because it's like kind of through the eyes of this kid named Sean, and
An immigrant child that
Yeah.
came over, and this is his life.
yeah,
And then also from the band of Red Brush, we have some out of the Red Brush books.
that's an oldie but goodie.
Yeah, that is a goodie. It's very interesting. I love looking at it and reading it in the vernacular of the time.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. But we also have these for sale.
I think did they do a play or something?
Yes, they
'Cause
did
I
a play.
remember vaguely going to see that as a little girl
Yeah,
at Rio, I think.
well, they also managed to get. I was told they were within a block of Broadway,
Wow,
showing it in New York.
pretty cool
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So that's pretty good to get within a block of Broadway. I guess is quite an accomplishment.
Yes, it is. Well, it's because those guys are so talented, and
Mhm.
it's such an interesting story.
Yeah, it's great. So and it's also local history.
Yes, it is.
Local history.
Written by was it Kermit Daughtry, and
Yeah,
if you know the name Daughtry, then you know
Red Brush.
Red Brush, yeah,
Yeah.
and music.
Yes, absolutely. The guys from Red Brush have been great supporting us over the last several years with music at our festival, and we like to keep them there.
Yeah, absolutely. They are a talented group. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, all right. Well, is that it?
Okay, you're going to
I'm just
demonstrate this
kidding.
one.
You brought so much. Oh,
The
okay.
Lumberjack. Remember the Lumberjack?
The Lumberjack.
The Lumberjack.
Okay.
This is an old-fashioned toy.
What do I do with him?
Well, you
He's
kind of
cute.
slide back a little bit there.
Okay.
Just set that under your tush. Under your tush. Under your tush. No, between your legs, under your tush.
Oh, I get it.
Okay.
Okay, this is weird.
Now, this is from this is from an
James,
era.
are you laughing at me yet?
This is from an era.
I've never stopped laughing at you.
Okay, this is from an era when mom and dad made your toys.
Okay.
And this is what had happened. So when you play with this, you set his feet right there on the board. Hold that.
Okay.
Set his feet on the board and take your finger. And you probably can't see that happening on TV.
You're making music.
Yeah, he dances. And then you can imagine if dad was playing the fiddle or mom was playing whatever she played.
How fun.
And he dances.
He's
And,
so cute.
yeah,
Everything goes everywhere.
yeah, Harold makes those for us too. So we have those for sale in the gift shop too.
Okay. That is cool.
Lumberjack.
Lumberjack. That's a fun one.
And sorry, but I think that's all I brought today.
You girls have brought a lot. This is so good. And all this available at Buckeye Furnace. The store will be open.
The store will be open. It'll open at noon and be open till 4. That's its regular hours.
Okay.
We are also going to do a vending booth down with the vendors.
Aha.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff will be down there as well.
Right.
I gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about like parking and stuff like that. Is that an issue? Is it hard to get in and out?
It's
Not really.
not totally hard to get in and out, but it can be a little bit crowded. And people
I can
park.
see that.
I can tell you, people park everywhere.
Well, I assume that you'll have people kind of guiding folks where to go, or
Don't
just
assume.
follow the. Don't assume.
Don't assume.
Just park somewhere where you think it's smart.
We will have. You will pretty much be able to tell where you can't park.
Okay,
And then
there
other
we go.
than that,
Don't park in a creek. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
If
it's-
there's water there, don't park in it.
If it's raining, can you park in the covered bridge?
No, because it's elevated above ground level, and there's no way to get in there.
Well, you could Dukes of Hazzard it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to ramp it?
Yeah. No.
There's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. Well, we're working on getting at least foot traffic into the bridge.
Gotcha.
But-
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, the county engineer gave us a bunch of foundation stones from a bridge that they took out, and
Yeah.
so we're going to work on having those cut down and to fit to make access in. Because
Cool.
I don't know, but there's a lot of kids in Jackson County and Vinton County and that come out to have their senior pictures done at Buckeye
Yes.
Furnace.
A lot. I just saw one the other day
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yeah,
Well, and we have a lot of weddings. that
Yes.
Come out there and want
Yeah.
photos
That makes sense too.
yeah.
under the bridge.
We're
Yeah.
having a big wedding next year,
Mhm.
so we've been told. So
Yep.
it'll be interesting to see how that
Oh.
goes.
Can I come out and do this?
Yeah. You'll probably have all the frogs down the road coming to see you.
Can you imagine to get them started? We'll be chasing you
I
down
can
the-
see Jennifer running down the road for all these
I got
frogs coming
coming
after
at me.
Yeah.
Help me, help me.
Mm.
I think this is one of the coolest things you brought, this bread and bun warmer thing, because you
Yeah.
can just throw that in the oven, keeps your buns warm.
I would probably want to wrap that in a towel. Most people do before they put it in their bread basket.
Or you sit on it.
Yeah, or sit on it. And I guess if your backside's that cold, you'll
I
be
reckon.
happy.
Seems a little strange, but cool.
Mhm.
Hey, you do you, man. Whatever.
Mhm.
That's right. No, this is so cool. And not only at the festival, but, all of these things are for purchase, year round
Right.
whenever the gift shop is open there. And like you said, if somebody wants to come out on a special day or time, get a hold of you and
Let
make
us
it
know.
happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, we're talking about having a special shopping day or weekend for
Like Christmas, holidays.
Yes, for
Yeah.
Christmas. We're going to do it the weekend before Thanksgiving,
Smart.
before Black Friday or
Yeah.
whatever. And we're going to open the store for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. and run it from 10 to, I don't know whether it's 4 or 5, but we're opening our gift shop. Plus, we are having 5 select vendors there.
Cool.
So you can come out and get unique gifts for Christmas.
Love that.
For your loved ones.
And locally made.
And locally made.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And that's important too.
Yes, very important. And like I said, they're select vendors, so, it'll be,
the good one.
the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, things that, everybody's looking for a unique gift.
Yeah, for sure.
A unique gift. We got some candles in the gift shop. I don't remember. I didn't bring one with me because they're kind of fragile, I think, to haul around too much. But
Must be Italian.
yeah, Italian, French,
Fragile.
whatever.
Must be
Fragile.
Italian.
But the base is a tree root, and it's been kind of charred down a little bit.
Okay.
And then the glass that fits in it has been blown to fit the tree root.
What?
So it goes in one way. We have both candles, and we also have a vase. I sold one last weekend to a lady from Indiana, the vases.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're very unique. I mean, you're not going to ever get one that's just like the one you got.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So these are all things that you can think about for, birthday gifts, wedding showers, all of that stuff. Christmas, of course.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Y'all
So
have a ton of stuff out there.
we do have, and it's growing year to year, which is so, it energizes you.
Yeah.
Where you're, we can see improvement every year.
Yes.
My hopes are that maybe within a couple of years, our one-day event can go to a 2-a-day event.
Woohoo!
That's we're hoping.
Okay.
But as with all events, weather is an issue when you do an outdoor event. But
It is.
our people are great. They're tough. They get out there, and I'm really anticipating a good year this year.
I think so.
Do you have a weather plan? Because like Jeremiah said, we've got that hurricane's been coming through the Florida area, and we're going to start getting that.
Actually, I'm driving to Florida in just a little while with a huge fan to blow it back into the ocean.
We're gonna show it where to go.
Yeah, we're gonna if we all go with great big fans, we can push it back out there. No,
you need to turn around and go back to Florida.
Yeah, it's very hard when you have an outdoor event scheduled and you have a lot of vendors and stuff involved, because those people schedule their events as far as a year ahead.
Well, the good news is most vendors have tents. Things will be under tents and whatever, so you can get out of the weather. So even if it's a little sprinkly or whatever, it'll be okay.
Right, exactly. We're not looking for a total rain out at all, I don't think, from what I've been able to get. And it looks like a lot of the rain will hit late Saturday, which we will be out of there at 5 o'clock.
That's what I was going to ask you. So 10 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come on out to Buckeye Furnace anytime on Saturday. If you want to participate in the Little Mr. and Miss, then you need to get there early.
Mm-hmm.
But kids games for all of you. Adult games.
No, that doesn't sound quite right. Family adult games. There we go.
Wow.
You had that grin on your face, Jennifer. Come on.
Normally people don't go there with me, though.
Hey, I'm incorrigible.
That's funny. But yeah, so get on out. Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival this coming Saturday. It's going to be a blast. And what if somebody's interested in joining the Friends of Buckeye Furnace? How do they do that?
Look for somebody in a green shirt, and we'll tell you how.
There you go.
And we'll be happy to put you on the crew. Yep. And you get an official shirt that says crew on it. That's right. That's how people know who to talk to when we have an event.
Love that. That's perfect.
Yep.
Very good. All right. Well, girls, is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers while you're here?
Just please come out, have fun. It's a family day. Bring grandma, bring grandpa, bring aunts, bring uncles, bring babies. Bring everybody. Bring lawn chairs. We do have a few bales of hay, but those get pretty darn uncomfortable after a while. So try to remember,
bring your chairs.
Bring chairs with you so that you have a comfortable place to go. You can go get food, come back. You can go visit the vendors, come back. The kids can run back and forth. They'll know where you are.
Cool.
And we'll have a good day.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like fun. All right, James, do you have any questions?
Well, Mike, I do have a question. So I found this diagram online, and I'd never seen this picture before. And I thought maybe you could kind of explain what's going on here as far as how the furnace worked.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That is a cutout flyer. That's our most popular flyer. We have those at the museum to give out to visitors. And it shows basically how the furnace operated. And to the left there, that's the engine house, which there's a stationary engine in there that recirculated the hot air to
is that the one with
superheated up.
Like the yellow in it?
Yeah, the one with the yellow. There's a stationary engine in there. You can actually go in and see the engine. The lower part of the furnace is what they call the casting shed. That's where they tapped out the slag on one side, which was the waste product, which they just busted up and hauled off and dumped. And on the right-hand side is where they tapped out the iron ore. And you know why they call it pig iron, right?
Well, you said it was because where it went into kind of looked like a pig, and it's
She was listening.
babies.
She was listening. I'm impressed. Yes. It looked like a mama pig feeding her babies.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of neat. Everybody always, why do they call it pig iron? Very
That
simple.
is a fair question. I've never asked that question before, but that
very
makes sense.
simple. But yeah, and then, at the upper part of the furnace, the building that is up on the hill is where they dropped in the materials to be melted.
I guess while you're here and we have a few minutes, we may as well talk about the process. Why did they stop?
Well, the biggest reason is they found a better vein of ore in Michigan.
Okay.
And they started to use coke, which produced steadier heat, hotter heat, didn't require as much production time, and it just sped up the process.
Okay. And
So
what
it
is coke? Like what?
I compare coke kind of to like at the charcoal iron furnaces, you had iron ore and then you had roasted iron ore.
Okay.
And what they did with the iron ore, they had a platform of wood. They put iron ore in it, put another platform of wood, till they had about 6 layers. And they burned the wood. And what that did is it took the moisture out of the iron ore.
Okay.
Out of the iron ore, so that when you threw it in the furnace, it didn't have a lot of moisture in it because when it hit those high temperatures, it could explode and kill somebody.
Yeah.
So that was why it went through the roasting process.
I see.
And I think coke is pretty much very similar to like a roasted coal.
Okay.
But it provides very high temperature heat quickly.
Gotcha.
And so that basically is what put the charcoal iron furnaces out of business. That in addition to the fact that they cut down every tree in the area.
They kind of destroyed the resources.
Well, they used up the resources. Because basically what happened is you go from an industrial type of economy where you're producing, that kind of stuff, to where they had cleared off so much land, it went more to an agricultural kind of economy at that time. But, it was still, back then that was how you did business. That was how it was done. And, we get a lot of people who talk about how bad it was for people who worked there and stuff. And in particular, it's a lot of very young people, which is very disheartening because I point out to them, I said, okay, yes, by today's standards, it's horrible. But look at the history of the world at that time. Look at the countries that these immigrants were coming from and how terrible they had it there.
Right. And they came over here for a better life. And as bad as their life sounds to us, it was better than what they came from.
They were happy because they could feed their family and they could put a roof over their head.
So if you don't know, people refer to some of these places as basically organized slavery, because I've talked about this before, like Eclipse Town in Athens. I think kind of Moonville was the same way, wasn't it?
It was very small
where they had
community
people there working. But so basically at the furnaces, they brought people in. You lived there. They paid you by
script.
Yes.
Yes, that was
whatever it was called there.
Script.
And then you had to, in turn, use that money to buy things from the company's store.
Exactly. And they earned at the furnace, they were earning 65 cents to $1 a day, depending on their job, whatever they were doing. And the thing of it is, though, okay, yes, that sounds like a horrible wage, but also at the company store, you were paying a penny for a pound of pork. 3 cents for a pound of beef. Do you know what the most expensive item was in the store?
The most expensive item in the store.
The food item.
Oh, I don't know.
Tea. Tea was $1 a pound.
Wow. Wonder why.
I don't know, but I understand why they had a Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, right.
Actually, tea was highly taxed. It came over from England, I believe. England had it shipped in from other places too, but a lot of our stuff did come from there at the time, and also France and Spain and a lot of different countries.
Yeah. So but then when the furnace shut down, what happened to the folks that worked and lived there?
Well,
did they go out and
they stayed for some of them stayed for a while, but eventually they all went somewhere else to find another way to make a living.
Yeah. Makes sense. So that's why it's kind of a sore subject for people if you think about it. And I get where they're all coming from, but they also had a living and whatever. It was the way in which I think the pay was where I'm going to pay you, but you have to give it right back to me. Okay.
Well, but when you think
and
about
you have to pay me rent and you have to pay me back all the stuff that I just paid you.
Exactly. But they didn't, I don't think they were particularly gouging them so much.
Right.
But, and if you wanted, if you were able to save script, I mean, you could buy something and sell it to somebody.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
And
convert it to cash.
Yeah. Some of them raised gardens. Some of them had animals. Like if you possibly had raised a vegetable garden and your neighbor had a cow, maybe you'd trade milk for vegetables.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So there was it was a very small community.
It was community, though.
Yeah, it was community. And when you think about how far they would have had to go to actually go to some kind of another store.
Oh, my.
And especially
crazy.
when you'd be going in a wagon or walking.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't have a Walmart out there, did they?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Well, they did. It was called the company store, but...
It's kind of like the 7-Eleven, It's a convenience store, so you pay for the convenience.
Yes.
So... Yeah, it's. I just like for the kids not to just look at it from one angle, which they have a tendency to do.
I agree with that.
It's the history of the world at the time, not.
Yeah, and I think that that's important to discuss, and it's an educational thing. And I think you guys are doing that, which is really cool. You said you've had lots of groups of kids come out and whatever and tell them all about that. But I think the main thing is that. That they understand that we don't want to be that way again.
Right, exactly. Well, and that's, so if you ignore your past,
sure,
you're destined to make the same mistakes.
You got it.
So we don't want to do that.
No, we do not.
But, even if your great-greats didn't work in a charcoal iron furnace, whatever they were doing at that time was equally as demanding.
Mm-hmm. It was, for sure.
Yeah, so we got a great debt that we owe our ancestors.
Very much so, and we need to appreciate them more.
Yes.
Yeah. That's for sure. All right, well, girls, you did a great job. Thank you so much, and we just hope that everybody gets out to Buckeye Furnace this coming weekend and bring the kids.
Yes.
Bring the kids to see Kathy, and she'll get them all involved in games, and then Mom and Dad can go off and have some fun of their own.
Absolutely.
Mom, you can fling that frying pan all day long if you want.
There you go.
I think that sounds fantastic.
All you have to do is stand in line, and you could get a free set of cast iron cookware.
Now that's worth it.
Yep.
That's right. Pie eating contests, beard contests, all the fun stuff all day long at the Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival. 10 to 5 this coming Saturday. Get out there and check it out. All right. Anything else, James? Nope. We all good? All right. Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you spending time with us, and we just hope that everybody gets out and supports.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And y'all come out and have fun.
That's the whole point, isn't it? Let's all
Absolutely.
have some fun.
Have some fun. And at the end of the day, you can hear me say that Southeastern, hi, y'all. Come back now, you hear?
There you go. Easy as that. All right. Well, we got to get out of here for the day. We appreciate y'all tuning in. And if you have any questions, visit buckeyefurnace.org for more information on that. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye.
A dirty remix.